Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at TechTrader.com. It's Monday, March the 11th. These are the charts of the day. Market had an interesting sideways consolidation day ahead of the CPI tomorrow. So that's basically what happened. And it wasn't a great trading day. There weren't a lot of stocks trending. I do want to show you some stocks that look better today. And on a daily basis, look at AEYE. Now, I've been watching this stock after it broke out of its base. Basically, the breakout came right there a couple weeks ago. It kept running and pulled back sharply, but then it resumed. It was only a one-day pullback, and the volume was strong on the upside. Let's take a look at a weekly chart. You can see how this is a massive, beautiful base pattern. And I like this pattern for move into the 14 range, perhaps a swing trade here. And I probably should have put one on today, but this late pullback might afford an opportunity. I like to look at this, something to keep an eye on. Look at that base. Perhaps a move into the 14 and maybe even 19 range. AQST broke out of its base a couple weeks ago and just kept running. It did have a one-day reversal, but a beautiful engulfing reversal day. And today, kind of a inside day, but it looks to me like we're headed to 6 and then 7 for starters. Bili, well, take a look at the long-term chart. Multiple tops and a long declining top line of over a year was finally broken. At least it appears that it was today. Lateral price resistance also taken out, and a close above that is very encouraging. Keep an eye on this one for a swing to about 15.75. Bili, Chinese. COYA, as you know, one of my favorites in stock. I've been all over since it went public, but recently I put a swing on it in December. It spiked, then pulled back and tested, and then ran up again. Look at the wedges forming today. It tried to pop out. It did back off, but the underlying technicals keep making new highs. This stock is going higher. The target's 12, 12.5, and then 14. EGHT, another long-term declining top sign, may be tested, but more importantly, intraday, this looks like not intraday, but over the last month, there's been a kind of a rounding bottom or inverse head and shoulders, the left shoulder, head and right shoulder here. It broke out and got to the moving average and backed off today, right to about just beneath that, and then pulled back. But if this gets above 3.25, I'd be looking for 4 and 5. HUYA, another Chinese stock with a breakout, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, rounding bottom, whatever, base pattern broken today with 4.3 million shares, which is very strong volume for that stock. And now looking for a test of the 5.5 and then 6.5 range. LXRX has been ripping it and now up for 6 days in a row and 10 of the last 11, which has taken it from 2 to over 6.5. 685 has reached today. There's some resistance up there, so it may back up, but I'm thinking the possibility of this reaching up towards 10, 11 or more may be very possible. LUNR. But you know, this is a big move. We traded it several times. It went from 2.5 to 12.5, and then came down hard. The falling wedge was broken today with a little bit of a pop, but there's no volume. So keep an eye on this one. If it does go, the target is 7.75 and 10. LXRX broke a falling wedge today after reaching the 50-day moving average. It spiked from 215 to 288. It was up 64 cents, almost 30% today, and the volume is as big as I've ever seen it, 31 million shares. Next target, 375 and 5. MEDS, been explosive 4 days in a row, having moved from 8 and change into the mid-40s in 4 days. This stock's extended. I'd be really careful with it, especially because it closed about 12 points off, or it finished its trading 12 points off the high today, and may need a period of consolidation. SATS broke out of the base today through the moving average, and at this point, based on the overall structure of the pattern, I believe it may be headed to the high teens. 18 or so is your target. SOUN pop, but a major breakaway gap on volume, wedge, and exploded, then had a falling wedge. Now, this pattern's in play, and after the last couple of days, it popped and stalled today. So what we're going to watch for is a move over 630 with energy, and then you should see 680.90 and maybe a retest of the high at 780.90. Intriguing pattern. Look at the on-balance volume looking like it's being accumulated. And finally, Staa, after a rounding bottom, broke out. And now it's accelerating. My target's 44.5. And you can see long-term, the declining top line comes in right about at that range too. You get above that, you could see a stock near 50. Let's look at some of the hot stocks at TechTrader.com. And this is HP signing off. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye now.